What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Patrick here. Moving on to another question dealing with limits. This one was sent to me by a student. It's a pretty cool question. This is maybe like a quick multiple choice type of question that you could get. So we have to find the limit as x approaches -2 of f of x if f of x is this piecewise function. So it takes a value of 6 if x is equal to -2, and it takes a value of -6 when x is not equal to -2. So what I'm first going to do is draw this, this function. So you got to be careful here because initially looking at this, you may think, okay, as x is approaching -2, what's the limit going to be of f of x? And you look at this, well, f of x takes a value of 6, the y value is 6 when x is equal to -2. And so you may be inclined to say, or maybe if it's a multiple choice question, to circle 6. But that's actually not going to be the answer. You're going to see why from the graph. So here we're told f of x has a y value of 6 at an x value of -2. So if we say an x value of -2 is here, we're going to have just a single point up here at a y value of 6, right? That's if x is equal to -2, y is equal to 6. It's not a function, it's just the number 6, which would make it just a single point. And then we're told that f of x is -6, the y value is -6 for all the x values except -2, when x is not equal to -2. So for all other x values, the function is just going to be y equals -6. All the y values are going to be -6, meaning that it's just a horizontal line at -6. So if we say -6 is over here, well, we could just draw a horizontal line like that. Because this is a function, it's already defined at an x value -2 with a y value of 6. That means that what? That means there's a hole right there at a coordinate -2, -6, right? So one more time, f of x is 6 when x is -2 over here, right? A defined point. And then f of x is -6, has a y value of -6 for all other x values when x is not equal to -2, meaning that when x is -2, that has to be a hole right there, right? In order to pass that vertical line test. Because if this was filled in, then this and this would fail that vertical line test, and this is a function that we're dealing with. Okay, so this here, this piecewise function looks like this. And so now let's go back to the limit. What happens as x approaches -2? What y value are we approaching? We're actually approaching a y value of -6. So the answer to this question is -6, right? So maybe if you looked at this too fast, intuitively, like I mentioned, you may look at this and think, oh, it's just going to be 6. But when you actually graph it out, it's one of those cases where even if there's a hole here and it's a different y value that is defined for that x value you're approaching, it's all about the y value that you're approaching, not the y value that is defined. And as x approaches -2 for this function, we are approaching a y value of -6, so that's what the limit equals to.